Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again for another Blu-ray DVD update video for you guys today. It's been about 2 weeks or so since my last one. My mom's going to be popping in a little bit later on with her guest reviews this week. I got a nice sized stack of stuff here to talk to you guys about today, but also at the end of this video, I'm going to be unboxing the new horror pack to let you guys all know what cool new movies, horror related, we got in this month's horror pack at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But right now, guys, let's get on to the first DVD here I'm going to talk to you guys about today. That's provided to me from Warner Brothers, and that is the complete first season of Fuller House. This is, of course, the DVD set right here. It features 2 discs with all, I believe, 13 episodes of the new series here. I was a big fan of Full House growing up as a kid in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, I watched the whole series on television. I'm sure I missed a couple episodes here and there, but I even have the complete series box set that's in the the San Francisco house building and everything that's downstairs right now. But so I was really excited when I found out that Netflix has acquired the rights to put out the new series of Fuller House, not Full House, but Fuller House, and just to see what DJ, Stephanie, and the crew are doing now. And I watched a handful of episodes on Netflix when it first came out, because I can watch it Netflix in my sister's room, and I thought it was kind of super corny, but that's how the original series was too. You know what I mean? It just pretty much follows, Kimmy Gibbler, Stephanie Tanner, and DJ Tanner living in the same house that they lived in when they were kids, and now DJ has a family of her own and lost her husband and everything, and it's just her sister and her best friend staying with her to help watch and raise the kids together. And I found it to be really kind of funny. It was kind of overwhelming at the beginning of the show, at the first season at least. Because they kept giving us those one-liners and those little, like things that made us remember the old show and made us like it, like, cut it out, like stuff that Joey would say, or how rude, like all this, all the sayings that we got from the original series. They kind of jam-packed that in this first season here. And I only ever watched the first couple episodes of season 2 so far, and so far I don't think I remember, getting that overwhelmed, with all those kind of one-liners in the second season so far. So I can't wait to see what season 2 has to offer us even more. But if you guys have never seen the show, I definitely highly recommend it for nostalgia value over here. I don't know, man. I like it. I think some of the kid actors are getting a little bit better in season 2 than they were here in season 1. But I just want to let you guys all know that you guys can get the complete first season of Fuller House on DVD right now, or watch it in HD on Netflix. But next up over here from Universal is a movie I was kind of interested in checking out because I like Amy Adams, and this one also stars Jake Gyllenhaal, and that is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Nocturnal Animals. This one was a really strange movie, but it was actually really kind of entertaining. It's about this lady played by Amy Adams. She's an artist, and one day she gets a book, a manuscript or whatever, sent to her office by her ex-husband, and it's pretty much her reading the story about what her ex-husband wrote and everything, and it cuts to the story of her her reading the book, but then cuts to us watching what she's reading, and it's pretty much about this father and father, wife, and one kid. Driving down a dirt road one day, and how they get stopped by these crazy people on the street, and something really bad happens to them, and it's all about the father's character trying to figure out what happened to his family, and of course it cuts back and forth to Amy Adams, and in present day, and it cuts back to her reading the story. I thought it was a very well done, put together film. It's one of those movies I don't think I see myself watching over and over again at the same time, but I thought it was very well acted by everyone in the cast, especially what's his name again? Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon plays a police officer in this movie, and I thought he was just absolutely fantastic in here. But on this Blu-ray right here, you get a making of a special featurette. All right, everyone, and next up over here from Disney is the Ultimate Collector's Edition of Moana here on Blu-ray with a cool lenticular slipcover right here. This is the Blu-ray 3D Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo pack, and this was a film I was really excited to check out, man, because I didn't get to see this one in the movie theater, and this one of course has a voice talent of The Rock in here, and it's about this young girl named Moana. She lives on this island with her family and her tribe. Her father is like the chief of this whole tribe, and she's about to become the princess of this whole island right now. And but yet there's this the story of this demigod who was fighting this evil entity out in the world years and years ago, and is keeping her and her tribe on their island, and they're too scared to venture past the reef, and all because of the what could happen if they go past the reef, and if there's like an evil entity out there. But yet now Moana, as a little girl, has always wanted to go venture past the reef and see what's out there in the world and different things. But now, her father's saying, no, you can never go past the reef. We want you to stay here. We want you to be safe and all this kind of stuff. But now on her island, all the crops are dying. All the trees are dying. All the fish, there's no fish to be had for her, her and her tribe to eat anymore. So she has to figure out a way. What's she going to do to help, save her tribe? So she ends up just taking a boat and venturing past the reef and going on this adventure to find this demigod, voiced by The Rock, to find him, to see if he can help, save everything. And it's her adventure going out to do so. And I found this movie to be just really visually stunning. I loved the couple songs that they had in this movie, especially the one, what was it called again? How Far Will I Go? When Moana's singing as she's going, past the reef and things, which I thought was just amazing. Like I said, it's a visually appealing movie that I really loved, and I believe it's from the creators of The Little Mermaid and what's it called, Oliver and Company. If I'm not mistaken, the same creative team behind those films are the ones that made this one here. But on this Blu-ray, we get some deleted scenes, music video for How Far Will I Go, audio commentary by the director and stuff, and you also get a special feature on here. It's like 30 minutes long, talking to the creative team behind Moana and how they went down to Maui and like scouted locations and just like was looking around to see how they were going to actually put this movie together, which I thought was really kind of interesting. But if you're a fan of Disney films, I highly recommend Moana.
Hi, just stopping by yet again. I just have a few things for you today. Now I'd like to start off by saying, I don't know if I ever was exactly, but I'm not really a superhero fan. What do you call them? Superheroes, and, Superman, Batman, and all that. I mean, it's cool, but I was never really that into it. And then, for some reason, I decided to watch this new one called Doctor Strange. And, like I say, I never really read that I remember, Marvel comics or anything like that. But apparently this is one of their greatest heroes in the Marvel Comics, Doctor Strange. And oddly enough, I really liked it. Dr. Strange, his name is Dr. Stephen Strange, and he's a neurosurgeon, so of course he uses his hands a lot, because neurosurgery is a very fine, type of art and medicine. Anyways, through a horrific car accident, he loses, use of his hands. It's just like constantly shake and he can't be the greatest neurosurgeon like he used to be. And he gets really frustrated. He tries all sorts of medical stuff to cure it through all his, doctor friends, neurosurgeon friends, that type of thing. Nothing's working. And so he decides to go to a place that someone told him about, Comitage. And in Comitage, it was in Kathmandu apparently, he finds more of a spiritual approach to healing, I guess you might want to say. And at first, he's just, a naysayer. I don't, no, thanks, no, how can that be possible? This kind of thing. Because he first comes across, someone of his doctor friends tells him about one guy who, same thing, was like totally paralyzed or something. Then he went to this Comitage. Long story short, it's a spiritual journey that he's on, and it turns him into like a superhero and guardian. Turns him into a guardian and a warrior to, help the good guys. And there's always the evil guy who first was with the mystical order and now is not, because he's discovered things that he can find out in the dark side, and they do call it that. What his powers can be. Well, of course I'm not going to say too much more about that, but the mystical powers are pretty cool. The sequences are really cool. Visual effects and stuff are really cool. And they told him, when he first came to that because he wanted a weapon, and he goes, no, you don't get a weapon. The things that you get will come to you. And so when it turns out, his weapon or what do you call it, superpower, comes in the form of this cloak. He's going down, one of the rooms in the spiritual place, and this cloak, is in a case, and it sort of like starts to follow him and stuff. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I know it's probably kind of stupid. I don't know what other powers superheroes have, but I liked it. So, if you like those kind of, superhero comic book movies, this is a great one. And this particular version has Blu-ray, 3D, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. So, you're covered either way you look at it. So I'd pick it up if I were you. Oh, and this next one, I kind of liked it because my mom and my dad were in the Army during World War II, and this is, I believe, where this takes place. It's the movie Allied, starring Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard, I believe is her name. And it's called Allied because, of course, the Allied forces, World War II. And they play two agents. Or two U.S. agents who are sent to Germany to, I think it's Germany, to assassinate a upper echelon. I think it's a German ambassador. I can't remember exactly. Senior moments, sorry. But I really liked it, because I like spy movies and stuff like that. And they're two spies trying to, free the world, as it were, and they end up falling in love. Long story short, they get married, she has a baby, and the baby's, she's having the actual baby or delivery during the buzz bombing of London, if you know anything about that from World War II. So that was pretty scary. Anyway, he is told one day by his superiors they believe his wife is a German spy. I don't want to tell you the rest of the story because it's really kind of cool, and it gives away a lot. I really like spy movies, and this one was really good. You might want to pick it up. And the next one I have for you, yay, it's my episodic TV once again. And this one is an HBO series, and it's season 1 of Insecure. And this was created by this actress, Issa Rae, who I'm not familiar with whatsoever. But I really liked it. It's just about her and her friend Molly, their life, in LA. And they both, with the boyfriends and the social scene and all that. And they come from they work at two different opposite type jobs. Issa works for like a non-profit organization that helps kids. And her friend Molly is a lawyer. And it's billed as a comedy series, but to me it's sort of a combo of drama and comedy. I really enjoyed it. I like the two characters. They're very, very likable. I guess because they play it, true to what goes on in LA, with different jobs and your social scene and, that type of thing. So I really enjoyed it. Once again, it's season 1. So I'm kind of looking forward to season 2. And then the last thing I have for you, of course, all you know Breaking Bad, and I love that show too, just like you guys did. But I've never really seen Aaron Paul in a doing other things, and I know he does. And this one I decided to watch. It's called Come and Find Me, and I was really impressed. He's really. I thought he was a great actor anyway, but I like it when you're familiar with somebody just because of a famous show or whatever, and then they do something else where they don't have any of that character, in this film. He wasn't, the guy he played in Breaking Bad at all. You didn't see anything of that character in him here, which I think is really amazing. He's a really good actor. This movie is pretty cool. Long story short, he and his girlfriend have a great relationship. He really loves her, she loves him. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one day she disappears. He can't find her. He goes to all her friends and different stuff. It's like, what the heck is going on? Where could she be? And then it just goes, from months to years, that type of thing. And he finally gets a scent, I guess you might want to call, of a trail of where she might be or what. And so he starts to follow that trail, which leads him into very dangerous situations, as it turns out. I thought it was pretty cool. But I went into this movie thinking, oh, you know, I'm not one for this type of stuff that I thought it was going to be. And it really wasn't. It was a pretty good action movie. And I enjoyed it, and especially if you like Aaron Paul, I picked this one up.
And next up over here is another film that's nominated for a lot of Oscars today, and it stars Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams, and that is Manchester by the Sea. This is, of course, the DVD version here that I was supplied by from Lionsgate, and it's pretty much about Casey Affleck's character. Who's like a janitor who works in this apartment building, you know, fixing toilets and fixing drains, you know, like, you know, fixing stuff in this little apartment area. But yet he's just kind of depressed. You know, he has a dark past. Something really bad happened to him and his family years ago. But yet he's just kind of, you know, just stuck in a rut doing things for people that he just doesn't really care for. And then at the beginning of this movie, he finds out that his brother passes away, and he goes down there to, you know, he goes down to where down to Manchester where his brother died and where some of his family is, you know, just to take care of business like, you know, burial arrangements and different things like that. And comes to find out that his brother left his son to him. Like, he has to, you know, take care of his 16-year-old son now, but yet he's just all kind of, you know, in his own world. He's kind of a drunk now, and he's just trying to figure out what he's going to do with his life. Is he going to actually take on this young 16-year-old kid and like watch him and deal with, like, you know, family issues and things? And I found this movie to be really, really nicely acted. It's a nice acting piece, but like some parts of this movie really bored me. I'm not gonna lie. Like the pacing of it was just kind of like, oh God! It took me 2 sittings to watch this one. I mean, it was very, very well acted and everything like that, but it's just kind of the pacing of the film just kind of like dragged in moments of it. I can't lie here. But if you guys like Casey Affleck and you like, you know, actor movies, you guys might like this one. But just like, it was just kind of slow in the pacing. And next up over here, guys, from Lionsgate also is a film that stars Jonathan Silverman and Michael Kaplan, and that is Robo-dog Airborne. I believe this is the second Robo-dog movie in this franchise here. I don't really remember what happened in the first Robo-dog movie. I just got this one, you know, of course, sent to me to review. And it's pretty much about a father who's like a scientist who creates this dog. You know, he creates this Robo-dog, like RoboCop kind of dog that has, like, you know, different arms and different things that can, you know, do crazy things and, like, you know, talk to you and things. And this dog becomes friends with the scientist's son. And, you know, and they, you know, have this little back and forth with one another. But in this movie, the scientist's father has to go off on business, and the son has a science fair that he's going to present something at the science fair. And when he's going to this, when the kid's going to this the science fair, a bad person takes Robo-dog, takes out his chip and puts in a bad chip, and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And it's pretty much about this young kid trying to get his, you know, his Robo-dog back. It was just kind of, you know, a mediocre children's film. Some of the, you know, it's one of those movies I think I would have liked a lot more when I was like 9 or 10 years old. I would have probably got a kick out of this one. It's from Mill Creek Home Entertainment, and that is, hey Vern, it's Ernest, the complete series here on DVD. You get all 13 episodes of the Saturday morning, you know, show that came on back like the early 90s or whatever it was the 80s, like late 80s, early 90s. And of course, it says it's Ernest here, but it's this show called Hey Vern, It's Ernest. You know, it's just like little vignettes with Ernest P. World, you know, doing his Saturday morning kind of stuff with like mixed in, you know, with like little comedy skits and stuff. I thought the show was okay. I really do like the Ernest movies more than this Ernest show. To be honest, like Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid, Slam Dunk Ernest are some of my favorite ones in the Ernest franchise. But I just want to let you guys know Mill Creek has released a complete series of Hey Vern, It's Ernest here on DVD. So check out, you know, your local stores. I'm sure you can get it for $10 or less. But guys, right now we've come down to the end of the video. So I have my little unboxing here. Let me crack this open here. You know, from my my horror pack unboxing. Let's find out what we got in this month's horror pack. And if you guys don't know what the horror pack is, it's a monthly subscription service where you can either get 4 Blu-rays randomly sent to your house. I have a link down below to the horror pack website if you want to get a horror pack of your own. Let's see what we get in this month's horror pack here. Now, of course, every horror pack, you know, comes in a bubble envelope. So I'm going to pull one out at a time. And let's see what we got, what's in store for us this month here. I pull one out here. And that is, the first one up is All Cheerleaders Die. I believe, yeah, this one's directed by, I believe, Lucky McKee, right? Or was one of the directors on here? Lucky McKee. I already owned this movie before on Blu-ray. It's a cool little horror movie from what I remember. It was nothing that blew me away, but that's one of the ones in the horror pack today. Pull out another one here, and that is The Collector here on Blu. And this is, of course, directed by Marcus Dunstan, one of the writers of the last handful of Saw movies. Wasn't this movie in one of the past horror packs, or was it the collection? I don't remember. But this one right here was actually kind of a badass movie. I didn't really care that much about the sequel, but this first one right here was actually really kind of entertaining, if you don't mind me saying. And we got 2 more left in here. Let's see what else is in the horror pack today. Minutes Past Midnight. Oh, this is a horror pack limited edition Blu-ray, one of those horror pack exclusives. I've never heard about this movie. Let me know down below if this one's worth watching or anything like that. Because I've never. Has anybody out there heard about it? Let me know in the comments down below. As filmmakers commentary, a bonus short film. I don't really know. It could be okay. Let me know down below. And the last one up for this horror pack / Blu-ray DVD update is, you guys see it first. What is it? Mother. Oh, Mother. Daryl Hannah stars in Mother. She'll keep you safe. I don't know what this one is, but it looks like it came out from the Asylum. And, you know, they don't always put out the greatest movies, but Daryl Hannah's actually kind of cool. Well, that's this month's horror pack, what I got in this mysterious horror pack today. And let me know if you guys get the horror pack down below. Let me know if you guys you like what they're putting out. But thank you guys so much for watching my Blu-ray DVD update / horror pack unboxing. And give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys all next time.